What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Grayman47 coming back at you with another video. If you're new here, welcome. Otherwise, welcome back to my channel. Do me a favor at the end of this video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell and also drop some lines in that comment section. I love hearing from you guys. A little while ago, I did a video on that Canik TP9 Elite SC. I did a full review on that gun, and man, I was so impressed. In that video, if you didn't get a chance to see it, go back, check it out on my channel. But in that video, I said that I was going to have to reconsider my primary weapon, my primary carry weapon. So I put a bunch of rounds through that TP9 just to get a better feel for it. Also, I'm going to take that TP9 and put it right up against my primary carry weapon, which is the Sauer P320 X Compact X or RX version. I'm going to put them up side by side and shoot a few more rounds between both of them, and then I'm going to make a decision. Let's talk about it. All right, for a quick comparison of these two before we go ahead and move forward, just so you know, the SIG 320 X Compact is my primary carry weapon, and I'm comparing it to that Canik TP9 Elite SC. Both 9mm pistols, very similar in size. Although the Canik is an SC for subcompact, I disagree with that, but you can check that out on my video. It's very close in size to what SIG calls a compact pistol, which is the P320 X Compact. So both of these have red dots on it. I'm going to talk a little bit about the red dots, but I'm going to try to use them as least as possible in this comparison. All right, y'all, when I decided to compare these two pistols, I took in consideration about 4 major things to make that determination. And one of those things is how the pistol actually feels in hand. As soon as I pick that gun up, what does it feel like? The next thing is pointability. How easy is it to present that weapon and acquire the target, and just how that feels with that particular gun. The third thing is overall size of the pistol. Anytime you are considering a pistol for EDC, obviously size does matter. So I am taking that in consideration as well. The next thing is felt recoil. Which one of those two pistols feels a little bit easier to shoot? Which one absorbs the recoil more than the other one? So that's another biggie, which I'm going to take a look at as I shoot this gun today. So stick with me on that. One more other variable that some people would take in consideration is price of the two pistols. There's a huge difference in the price of the two pistols. The Sauer P320 X Compact is about $925, at least that's what I paid for it, and that was with the red dot already mounted on the gun. Once I put a red dot on the TP9, it cost me about $650. So a huge difference in price. Some people would take that in consideration, but since I own both of the guns, that's a non-issue. It doesn't matter. All right, y'all, enough talking. It's time to shoot the guns. So I'm gonna check out this recoil, see how they shoot, see what my accuracy level is with these guns, and then I'll meet you back at the table for my final thoughts, and I'm gonna pick an EDC. Let's get it. All right, y'all, so I'm done shooting those two guns side by side. I'm gonna give you my final thoughts and then I'm gonna pick a winner. So those other things that I talked to you about, those other variables that I talked to you about earlier in the video, all of them went to SIG as far as how the gun feels in my hand. Definitely the SIG feels just a little bit better simply because it's a little slimmer than the Canik is. So I had to go with that for that. As far as pointability, I also went with the SIG. I just love the way that SIGs feel in my hand, and the ability to acquire a target with a SIG for me, you know, is really good. So that also went to SIG. As far as felt recoil, that's the big one that I was really trying to determine today, which of the two I thought was better in that category. All right, so both guns, I have to say, in terms of recoil, felt really good. Both guns absorbed the recoil very well. Both of them have really good triggers. The trigger on the Canik, obviously you guys have heard a lot about out of the box. Really crisp, nice crisp pull and nice defined wall. Just a really good stock trigger. The trigger from the SIG is also very nice. And it also has, this version also has that flat face trigger, which is the first time I've ever had that on a pistol. And I gotta say, I really like the flat face triggers. So as far as the recoil, both of them, like I said, handled the recoil really well. Made it difficult to pick, but the SIG just kind of, you know, it was just smoother and it just kind of absorbed recoil just a little bit better than that Canik did. So I gotta give the recoil, felt recoil to the SIG. It was so much smoother than the Canik was. Both of them, like I said, did extremely well. If you saw that little clip that I did when I showed the paper plates that I shot, the grouping for the SIG was just a little bit better than the Canik was. I was able to control it better. And also, I think that pointability also played a big part in that. As far as the red dots are concerned, like I said, I tried to use that as a variable as least as possible in this review and this comparison of the two. But I gotta say, if I had to pick one, obviously I'm gonna pick that SIG Romeo 1 Pro over the Swamp Fox. All right, y'all, so at the end of the day, I'm gonna recommend the Canik TP9 Elite SC to pretty much anybody. Fantastic gun. I'm very happy to have it in my collection, and I'm sure I'm gonna put a lot more rounds through this pistol at some point. But for me right now, I'm gonna stick with my SIG P320 X Compact as my EDC. It's just, you know, a more comfortable gun. The size of it is a little bit better in terms of chunkiness. It's not quite as chunky as the Canik is, and it just feels good in hand and also absorbs recoil. I was just a little bit more accurate with it as well. So again, folks, the SIG is going to be my choice for EDC. It's going to remain the same. All right, folks, that's it. I appreciate you guys riding with me on this one again. Hey, don't forget again to like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I put out content. Also, make sure you leave some lines in that comment section. I love hearing from you guys. Hey guys, like I always say, if you ain't packing, you're slacking. I'll see you when I see you.